Hey, what's up, AfterBuzzers? You are tuning into the AfterBuzz TV After Show for America's Got Talent. Tonight, we're going to be chatting about the second round of semifinals. We're going to be talking about dancers, dogs, and of course, singers. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
You're tuning in to the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the AfterBuzz TV After Show for America's Got Talent. We are being graced by some Moana right now, because that is what Celine Tam sang for us tonight. We will get into her and all of the goodness just in a couple of minutes. I am your host. My name is Dani, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dani Golub. Fellow friends, where can they find you across the interweb?
Oh, sorry. My name's Anissa Barr. You can find me at Anissa Barr. I'm sorry, I've never seen this movie.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
this is Moana.
Me neither, but
So,
yeah,
yeah,
you've heard the song.
I was engaging of the song.
Never seen Moana.
You must.
No.
It's an
Don't
important
judge.
timepiece.
I'm not a big Disney
is.
person like
It
I was
is.
when I was 12.
This movie's amazing.
Yeah,
I
this
love
movie
it.
is amazing.
Thank
Okay.
you, Anthony.
Yes.
Well, if our
that's all.
engineer says it's amazing, maybe I should watch it.
Yes.
Feminism, you know. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, I wouldn't say it's up there with, like, Inside Out and Pixar stuff, but for Disney, it's top.
It's up there with Frozen.
Yeah,
Well,
oh, it's
yeah,
totally
well, Disney
up there with
always
Frozen.
kills it with movies, so.
True.
It's like the opposite of Frozen. It's not
Quite,
Frozen.
it's quite warm there in bathing suits. Everyone else, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Tori_Broussard.
We can make this a Disney after show, but we won't.
There already is one of those, I think.
We're on track. We're on track for AGT tonight, and you can find me on Instagram at Liza.Ruben.
Okay, so while we are listening to this, let's talk about Celine. Celine Tam, she is 9 years old. She sang this song. In my opinion, which I know is going to be divided, she sounded like a kid to me. I prefer when the kid singers, I know she is a kid, but I like when the kid singers like sound really powerful and don't necessarily sound like a 9-year-old, and like sound like their voice is more mature and trained than just someone who's 9. And I think for me, I kind of fell flat on this one, whereas in past performances I felt more connected with her. I love this song, and usually when I love a song, I'm obsessed with the performance, and I loved the song, but think that I've heard it done much better by both, I'm gonna mess up her name, Owly, the girl who does it on Moana, and then Alessia Cara. Like, I just don't think that this was that good of a version. I feel like it was just like a middle school play talent show kind of thing.
Do you think it's because it is a Disney song and she's a kid and it just
Not
totally...
It is a
Really?
demographic.
I mean, yeah,
it fits her
I don't know
demographic.
if it really was because of, I love that song, and I think so many Disney songs become such pop hits as that one did. And to be honest, the first time I heard it was on the radio, not in the actual movie. So for me,
Okay.
it wasn't necessarily that. I think the song choice was great because I do love that song. I just think it like wasn't the strongest one for her. For some reason, it kind of fell a little bit flat for me.
Yeah, and I didn't like the background of it, because at first I was watching it and I was just like, all right, whatever. And all of a sudden, it felt like, I thought she was singing a Frozen song, so I'm like, I was tripping. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait,
So-
have you seen Frozen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
At least we have that settled.
yeah, I've seen Frozen, unfortunately. But the thing is, I really thought she was singing. I thought the background was so like Frozen type, very cold snow, winter. You would think they would put
Maybe it
like
was,
the
like,
beach
ocean. I
or
think-
something in the background.
Yeah, that's fair. I think for me this week it was like, it was Angelica versus Celine, and who was gonna bring
It's
it
always
more.
been like
It
that,
always
though.
has, but I was glad that they put them on the same week so we wouldn't have both of them in the finals. And so I kind of was just like, okay, Celine set this bar. Let's see where Angelica can take it.
I totally thought this was a good fit for her and her best performance yet. I mean, I feel like all the other songs that she has chosen, you just hear that theatrical Disney sound in her voice, and it just did not fit. And this was her song.
Didn't when Mel B said this was a musical type of feel?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but she could totally go that way as well with her career. I agree with Tori. I think this song was a really good fit for her because I feel like because it is such a competition between the two of them, they're both trying to outdo each other. I mean, they know each other's on the same show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're both trying to pick Alicia Keys, Adele, all of these very strong,
Hi.
vocals that are in these songs. But I don't know. I kind of thought it was really refreshing. I thought it was really age appropriate. I know that the whole point is to
was.
show off their vocals and, see how far they'll go. No pun intended. But I think it really worked well in this case for her. And I thought she literally hit every note perfectly.
She did.
Yeah.
And I think, after she sang her song, I was like, you know what? If she won, I would not be mad.
I would be mad.
If she won.
I'd
If
be
she
mad.
won, I wouldn't be mad.
I'd still be mad.
Because I really like. I really like.
Celine?
I'd be mad.
Sit down, Tori.
Be humble. Be humble. Okay, I don't think this was her best song ever. I just thought it was a really good change from let me try and show you that I can sing like a 30-year-old
Yeah,
woman.
that's
so I think it was nice to come back to her roots. I also think it was really nice to see something that she could actually go on to do. I mean, this girl's not
Yeah,
going to get her own
exactly.
Vegas show.
Yeah, speaking of that, we have Brent in the live chat. He's saying Celine is headed for Disney,
Yeah.
which I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree. I give her that.
Absolutely.
I know, yeah. But I
That's
think
exactly how I feel. Yeah. That's about right.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious.
it's pretty obvious she could do Disney. That's pretty much what
Disney on Ice.
Disney
Literally,
on
I
Ice.
was like ice skating.
Disney parades, you
Disney
name it.
radio.
Sure.
Disney
Her, she just screams Disney.
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
those other two.
Celine, we found you a job.
Agreed.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Celine. Okay, so next up, let's talk about Christian Cordino, another singer, 17-year-old. He sang What's Going On, which I thought I was going to hear like, hey, yeah, yeah. You know that song, What's Going On? I was wrong, What's Going On. I was very looking forward to that
What's
song.
going on?
Yeah,
What's
what?
going on?
This was different. But
Maybe I
he's
can't
really
understand it
good.
because they're
No,
voices.
yeah,
It's
our
an old
voice-
school
no, it's
song,
What's
right?
going on? Oh my god, I'm such a bad
It's
singer.
an old school song, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Spare everyone. Anyway, moving on. He was great. Yeah, I didn't like this song choice.
Yeah.
But I could tell that his voice is like so good. He has a
Yeah.
really, really good tone, and like I love the sound of his voice. It's like very
Soft tone.
soft tone, like somewhere between like Frank Sinatra and Sam Smith. I know that's like really weird, but it's kind of got old school and new
Right.
school, but like
Old school
smooth,
vibes.
but, like smooth. And he's got an awesome story. I really did like his sound. I wish he would have picked a better song because I don't think at this point in the competition you could pick something that people don't know all the words to.
But you know what? I feel bad saying this. He has amazing talent. I love his sound. He just doesn't really stand out to me.
Thank you.
And every
He
single
doesn't.
time I come on, I'm like, oh yeah, that guy again.
Right. I honestly forget about him.
Yeah.
And I think he's still trying to find his it factor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I was happy he made it to the semifinals. I didn't really see him going much further than this anyway, so
But we're proud of him
we are
for
so
are
proud
very
of him.
going
proud.
this far.
Yeah, and I
Um,
think the reason why some of us forget about him is because I don't want to be mean, but here we go.
But he-
But I'm gonna be mean. I don't want to.
I don't want
floodgates
to.
are
I don't
opening.
want to sound like the heel Simon, but they are throwing Angelique. Angelica, sorry.
Oh my God.
Angelica, Angelique and Celine down our throats.
Yes, they are.
they are.
Yeah,
I'd
mean,
like them to shove some Darcy down my throat because I love her, the ventriloquist from last week.
For reals, man.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on from him, he was great, but nothing to write home about. Speaking of writing home, let's talk about the army.
Ooh,
In the stairwell.
good segue.
Good segue. In the stairwell, I was like distracted by men in uniform. I was like swooning, so I couldn't. Men in uniform singing Ed Sheeran. I was like, well, you got me sold. Like, I didn't even care if they sounded good or not. I was like, they are cute, and they have like this cute choreography. They're in this line, and they did get to meet the Pitch Perfect cast backstage, which I thought was so cool because I was literally thinking when I was watching this, like, I'm surprised that Pitch Perfect didn't use them as like one of the competitors in the competition.
Yeah.
Like the Navy school like comes up because they come and compete against all the different colleges. Like they should for sure be in the next movie. But I really liked the song choice. Castle on the Hill is one of my favorites right now, and so I thought it was very timely and relevant for them to choose that song. I also think that they're just adorable and like army pulls votes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I love them. I know they have a lot of fans that tend to be female. I'm sure they have male fans as well. Hey. But I don't know. They're just so endearing and cute and fun. And okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is what I think happened when that group developed. I think one guy was really great at singing, and his. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna butcher this. But I don't know. Army platoon. I don't know like what they.
I think they were Navy. Are they Navy?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Air
they
Force.
said Air Force.
Air Force. Okay, I think one guy was amazing at singing. And he was like, "You guys, I have this idea," and so that's why he heads it. And then everyone else kind of joined in because
They harmonize.
they harmonize, but
It's like
they're sing. when they have their solos, they're not
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
I still love them, don't get me wrong. But I mean, they're not the best of singers on their own, besides
Right.
for the one leader.
Right.
If they want to hang out, they can call us. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be fine if my number was, like, put up. for
On
them to
accident.
see.
Yeah.
Depends how old you are, if you're old enough.
Are they old? They're
No, they're
our
not.
age. Come on.
Are they?
Yes.
They're in the army. They're at least 18. It's legal. Anissa.
They're in the Air Force.
Whatever. That's...
It's
I don't
not
date
whatever.
anyone
They're not
younger
the
than
same
me.
thing.
Anyway,
Just
well,
corrected me.
America's got hotness. That's for sure.
America's got some hotties. yes.
Yeah. If you guys need to add anything else about them, because we're like obviously started late.
Wait, okay, wait. So, Anissa, did you like them? Because I was bored.
Oh,
Do we not even want to hear it? Okay.
no, I do.
No, we do.
I
want,
do want to hear
we
it.
want your
No, I was
opinions.
I
This
was
is a
literally just gonna
democracy.
say it was boring. You guys have liked them since day one, and I'm
I
just
have
like,
liked them since day one.
They've really caught my attention.
I don't know why.
Maybe if they were ugly, they wouldn't catch my attention.
Maybe if they like were wearing like sweatpants or something.
No, they would still work. It would still
You
work.
think?
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to go get food when they were performed, so sorry.
It's okay.
Anissa missed that part. Oh, we're also going to play another round of everyone's favorite game called Anissa Can Watch the Results Show. And we're going to just surprise her with the results
Yes.
live on air.
I was
So
hungry.
get ready for her.
Midnight snack.
What'd you get?
Anissa is literally...
I,
The star of
I
the
went
show.
to like Sprouts.
Oh, was it good? What'd you get?
I was not expecting that.
I went to like I just grabbed some organic chicken and just
Okay.
wanted to make me something.
She likes it free range.
She's
I
so,
do.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes.
high.
Yes, I've been a free range person for about 5 years. So.
Oh,
Very
wow.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I thought you were gonna say like Taco
Preach.
Bell.
Yeah,
no,
same,
no,
same.
I get sick off fast food.
6-piece nugget.
I literally had In-N-Out twice this weekend. So
Oh my god.
There you go.
In-N-Out's the only fast food I can actually eat.
It's-
but everything
it's
else I
quality.
get
Are you
sick.
from California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
I don't like In-N-Out, but everybody loves In-N-Out.
Where are you from?
Texas.
There's
So
In-N-Out there.
Whataburger is
Oh,
so
you
much
have
better.
Whataburger.
Yeah, we do have In-N-Out, but I still
People
don't
waited
like
like
it.
hours.
They
Hey,
did.
In-N-Out, sponsor us. We love you.
Speaking of burgers, who's our
Speaking of burgers, let's talk about the dogs. Some nice animals for your Wednesday evening. The Pompeo family dogs are back. I was like, yay! They make me happy and fill my heart with happiness. Like, I was laughing when the dogs would mess up. I thought it was so funny. The dogs would just, like, not conga line correctly, and I thought it was so sweet. Oh, shame. I
I
wanted to
felt
play
really
with them.
bad for them.
I did, but they did do some cool tricks. They did a climb the ladder. What my dog can't. I think that I'm just like shocked by this because my dog literally can't even sit when I say sit. So the fact that these dogs are even attempting at a conga line is just mind blowing. And I think it's fun to watch. It's family oriented. We already have the super collies going through from last week. Did we need the Pompeo dogs as a comeback? I am their biggest fan, and my answer is still no.
Yeah,
Those
1-800
are hot.
ASPCA.
Oh,
I think we
1-800
need
I
to-
don't
Call
like being
PETA.
abused.
Oh man,
I don't know. Who knows what it takes these dogs to do that?
I just felt really.
I'm
bad
sure they
for
treat them very well, but
Yeah.
The kid is
No,
cute.
dogs
She's like,
I'm sorry. There's one dog holding up the other dog with basically its butt in the other dog's face as a wheelbarrow. Like, I feel terrible.
my dogs literally do that for fun.
They do not.
They
On
do.
their
They walk
hind
around with their
legs.
butts in their face all the
They
time.
don't
They
even
sniff each
measure up.
other's
One's
butts.
a Great Dane and one's a bulldog.
An English Mastiff.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
moving on from nobody liked the dogs.
No.
No.
Oh, guys,
they're
you
alright.
didn't like get a crack a smile, be like, oh, the dogs are back.
No.
Okay. I saw their story and I was like, oh, they're back.
Oh,
and then
sweet.
they performed, and I was just like,
Weren't impressed.
That's a problem that I have about like animals doing acts like this is because you never know what's going to happen. You don't. They're not.
except for Hero.
How do I explain this? It's like, yeah, people are gonna practice and practice and practice, but dogs are dogs. They're animals. They're gonna do whatever they're gonna want to do, and you can't control that.
Yeah, that's true. They were barking up a storm. I saw that.
Well, yeah. So I didn't watch, but you know, I didn't. I'm just over the whole animal act.
But is that America's Got Talent?
No.
That's America's
Okay,
Pets
if they
Have
had
Talent.
dogs that had got talent? Yeah, sure. Why
It's
not?
America's
Go
Got
ahead.
Discipline enough to train their dogs like that. Oh, ha ha. Yeah, that was funny. Because, whatever.
Sorry.
Anyways,
I'm just doing some quick research because there was. I just want to get the names correct. The Olate dogs did win America's Got Talent, and I think you guys should all go home and do some homework and go
I've
watch.
never heard of them.
Well, maybe they won America's Got Talent. They were in Las Vegas.
Were they better
the
than-
Olate dogs? They won the damn show.
were they better
spectacular.
than Sarah and Hero?
they did very similar stuff to what the Pompeo dogs do. And I think that's probably why they brought them back, because they were like, oh, this is sort of like that. Maybe we could do that. I agree. The dogs were chaotic. Thank you. Brent may as well be our fifth host on the show here. We love having Brent in the chat. Yeah, they were not a $1 Million Act. Agreed. Justice for the dogs, and hopefully they get who let the dogs out.
And justice for Billy and Emily. Damn it.
Which they were on the Ellen show.
Yes, they were, and I was so excited. And
Anissa watched that instead of the show.
Ellen makes dreams come true.
She does.
She makes everybody. She gave out 55-inch TVs just because.
You get a TV, and you get a TV.
So,
Yeah.
Billy and Emily, you're gonna go strong.
Moving on to Americana, the 11-year-old dancer.
Oh, he's so adorable.
He's very cute. He did some flying this week. I think for me, this week was more about the flying and the background than the actual dancing, and I really do like his dancing. Yeah. I think that kind of took away from it a little bit. What I did notice that this was the first week that Simon didn't give him a standing ovation.
You are so right.
And I was a little, what happened? Did he not fulfill the nephew duties? What? Did he not? Was he not a good nephew? Did he not?
Did not fulfill Simon's dreams.
His dreams, yeah. I don't know. Simon was his #1 fan, and then all of a sudden Simon was like, sassy slow clap, and everyone else was standing.
It's a red herring.
What's that?
As in he's trying to trick everyone, kind of thing.
Oh.
Do you watch?
Yeah.
Do you watch?
Our engineer just said it's a red herring, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's when you try and trick someone.
Like me, because I'm smart.
Well, I will say that he didn't dance as much, and I agree with what you said about the background and the whole flying, which I thought was really cool, but I also thought that he was trying to kind of
Sorry.
Are you okay? Did I miss something?
The camera was on them.
I was looking at you.
What did you just do? Wait, I always miss these things.
Got a case of the giggles. Moving on.
What I do have to say about this act, I wish you had some behind the scenes stuff. Okay.
BTS.
Yeah, sure. Whatchamacallit? I can't lost my train of thought.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I think he's real creepy.
Oh.
He's really famous on Instagram. Was that on the other camera? Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about
okay,
it.
Cool.
But that was hilarious.
No, I do.
What'd you do?
Okay, fine. I was sniffing my armpits.
Oh,
I just need to know if I smelled fine. I'm so sorry to all the viewers for my unprofessionalism.
I'm gonna say Austin Zig said 10.
Panel.
So I think he thinks you're a 10.
Thank you, Austin.
He thinks you're a 10.
You're going to the live show with that performance.
Oh my god.
So back to Maverick. I think
I'm a lady.
this was very awesome for him because we get to see a different side. I'm glad that he did something really different, and I think that's what Simon really wanted him to do, is something different. And obviously Simon wasn't impressed, which I don't know why. If you see a flying kid, that's awesome.
Tori is not okay. She's unwell. We have to move on to
Yeah,
something.
good times.
I'm gonna move on to something really serious so everyone can stop laughing. We're gonna talk about something sad.
What happened?
I am in no place to talk about a deaf singer right now. Okay, Mandy Harvey. She was amazing, and she signed language, which was so cool.
Yeah, I
She-
love that.
I thought it was awesome. She did an original song, which she's always done original songs.
She did
this
it last
season.
time.
Yeah.
She did it last time. I think she did it with her Golden Buzzer as well. She did sign language, which I thought was awesome because she is deaf, and so the deaf community was able to appreciate her song, because I feel like I actually thought about that when she was singing. I was like, a lot of the people who identify with her can't actually hear her.
Right.
And so I thought it was really special that she did that. And I'm not crazy about original music, but on this kind of show, but she did a good job. I liked her song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I liked it too. I love that she signed.
Yeah, I thought that was really special. And she even signed in the Facebook Live. She was signing "Thank You," and I don't know what
and
I'm
I think
doing, but
with today's music these days, you get a lot of people. You're noticing a lot of people that know sign language. They're always at music music festivals, doing the sign language stuff. So this is, or like if you're doing a red carpet event, you see somebody doing the sign language. So knowing that she's able to sing and doing that's really cool. Yeah, she is deaf, but also I feel like this is very powerful and moving when you're able to sing and do sign language at the same time.
Yeah, but can you just imagine, because she taught herself completely how to feel the vibrations over and over again. So the fact that she has the concentration to kind of feel the vibrations and pay attention to that while she's signing, I mean, I don't even have enough attention span for a 9-hour workday, so I don't know how.
By the way, Savage Boy 22, we're gonna get to who's left in the show in just
We're not there yet.
few minutes. We're gonna get there. We're not there yet. No spoilers because Anissa doesn't know, and we're gonna get it to everyone.
Yo, my live
You guys will get the live reactions with Anissa. Any final thoughts on Mandy?
I know she was good. I don't think she's the winner, so I think by this point my mind was just like, you're great. She'll be successful, but
I think she will be successful. And I think Simon likes her enough that because she was his golden buzzer, that I think that he'll look out for her in the industry.
Of course he will, because he doesn't want to.
I think he will.
Simon's her fairy godfather.
Yeah, exactly. Next up was Diavolo, and they are, in my opinion, a polished Vegas show. I don't know what the hell they're doing here. Like, they're so good. They have aerial, they have, giant moving sets. They can
they're
dance.
Like bouncing off of like other things like while they're moving.
It's like Cirque du Soleil. It's honestly like a full Vegas show, and I honestly feel like they're underrated this season and like aren't getting the right amount of votes for some reason.
But do you feel like it's too much like Cirque du Soleil?
You think it's maybe like
no,
like we've
not
seen
at
this
all.
Before? I mean,
like I literally wrote in my notes that I liked that they had so much going on. I don't think people are really taking into consideration like how good they are. Like even if you just like focus on like one dancer, they're really good.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like,
and they tell a story, which is cool.
What's the light
balance?
Yeah, light balance. Okay. Yeah, there are, dance groups, but I've never seen anything like that. Diavolo is kind of like, it's like Cirque du Soleil. You could easily compare the two. So it's like, what is the difference and what's the edge? Yeah, the sets are great, but it's essentially the same thing.
But being able to know how to do that within a week.
Right.
When I forgot which one of the judges said, I think it was somebody, but they said that it takes months or weeks for somebody to be able to do this choreograph something so amazing like this, but it only took them a week to do that.
And there's so many of them. Like how many are in light balance? Like 5?
No,
6?
No, there's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
But I just wonder. I'm just curious how many hours they do this in a day. How long do they? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. But how long have they do this within every single day? How many hours are they doing it? Yeah. Do they have time to go sleep or anything? Other activities?
Do they build their own sets?
I wonder, like, exactly. Do they build their own sets? Do you get paid for this? Like, like, this is something that I feel you could see something at like Treasure Island.
Yeah, it is very cool. It's awesome. And I think that they deserve to go to the finals, but we'll see. Next up was Collin Cloud. He was the mind reader who predicted the tweets, and he had this like really cool video of him undercover showing the tweets to the judges. It did remind me of a little, I hate to bring him up again, but Tom London in the video that
I think that's where he got the idea
It's
from.
literally a really similar trick.
That's what I thought.
Because Tom London did something similar with like putting himself in different countries.
Okay, yes, but how the hell did he go from each country to each country? Okay, the fact that
Girls got a green screen.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you
I think it might have been a green
sure?
screen.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because if Homeboy had that much money, then he would have taken Danny out and taken all these, all these fine places.
Yeah. Hey, Tom.
Okay, well, then he would have DM'd her by now. No.
Yeah, I didn't get a response.
Okay, but the fact that
scene.
the fact that Collin made those videos almost made it seem forced and not genuine, and like the judges were in on it. Honestly, the judges could have been on it the entire time.
It looked like they were in on it, and they really, I don't think were, but I think they said, we're going to be shooting you for something AGT. They just didn't tell them what.
Yeah.
But like it still looked like how he was acting, like, oh, y'all get the thing with the cheese.
Howie is the worst actor in the entire world.
And he's
His
like the
stunned face. I'm sorry. It's like Did you rehearse that in your dressing room before?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and I was that really kind of strange because how are you gonna know where he's going for lunch and the perfect camera angles and everything?
I will say though that for AGT and stuff, they are kind of like always shooting, and so they probably just like thought that they were shooting like a promo or something. They just didn't know.
But I feel like at the same time, it's almost like he tried to give it away, and I think that just goes to show like, what is it, subliminal advertising or something? Like,
people don't see it.
right.
But it's like,
It
if
was
you
a cool
don't
trick.
believe me, well, here's this.
Yeah.
Well, if you also don't believe that, then here are these videos. And it's just
Yeah.
like, I still don't believe those videos because you easily could have just planned this out.
It's called editing. Come on, we're in 2017. It's 1920.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we were talking about Collin using a green screen. We were talking about maybe Tom. But
Tom.
regardless,
Yes.
but regardless, I think what Collin did was really cool, and I actually got chills at the end when they flipped the numbers over and it said the 3 words.
Yeah,
the Ellen,
that was-
the Ellen
Yeah,
cheese
cheese-
roll.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was cool because
That
I was
was
like,
cool.
because those are the actual odds.
Yeah. But you know what is funny is I was actually looking when he revealed the number. I was
the
like,
numbers
that's
were in weird
I was like,
fonts.
yeah, exactly. I was like, why is it?
Same.
And also, it was like, why didn't they just put it in one number? It was,
Yeah,
like,
it was like
weirdly
4,
like
5, 3.
yeah,
I
spaced
agree,
out.
but I didn't really think about it, and I think that was probably on purpose. Whatever, it was better than last week when I saw the coins come out from underneath the dollar bill. Did you guys? If anybody
yeah.
went back and watched that,
Oh yeah.
I was so
for which
annoyed.
act?
There was a magician,
yes,
and he had this like dollar bill, and he did this whole trick, and it was cool. But like when he put the dollar bill down, you could clearly see him push a button on the side of the thing, and you could see the coins pop up from underneath it. And then he shifts the dollar bill to cover it, and then at the end he's like, "Look, the coins are underneath it." And I was like, "Saw that." Anyway, we don't have a ton of time, so we have to move on. From Collin to Kenchi, the singer. She is the burn victim. She sang "Don't Worry About Me." She really is so talented, and again, I connect to her story in a deep way. This maybe wasn't the strongest song choice again for me. I like love her voice and just want her to sing something I know, maybe just selfishly. Like I want to be emotionally connected to the song, and I don't know these songs, and that's probably on me. But she was great, and I see her going through. You know?
Yeah.
So do I.
Totally.
I hope she goes far in this competition because that is somebody that I think, not because of her backstory, but just ignore her backstory. Just the way she has good talent.
Yeah, I
in
agree.
singing ways.
Yeah, I cried again.
And there is something about someone who can spread positivity through their voice. I do agree, Brent. He is not as good as the Clairvoyants. Sorry to backtrack to Collin. The Clairvoyants are amazing. They were on last week's results show. They were the second place runner-up last year to Grace. I think that if they were on this season, they would have won, but it was because they were against Grace that they didn't. Anyway, back to Kenchi. I think she's great, and I think her story is lovely and touching, and there's something really special about someone being able to connect with you positively through music. And there are a lot of people who have had, disabilities or setbacks like her that she really can touch. So
I know I have a disability and I can't really give anybody any special touches. So
it's nice to be able to share.
So,
Maybe
yeah.
she can connect with someone.
exactly, it's nice to know.
And then we just kind of spoke about them, but Light Balance, the dance group. Time and time again, they are so cool. I'm mesmerized by it, but I will say it is getting a little bit repetitive for me, just a baby bit. I still love them and think they could win and have an amazing show in Vegas, but I didn't think it was that different from the last time that we saw them.
And it was slow. Like, it started off very slow, and then eventually, I guess when he got on that little, like, it wasn't like a skateboard, but like a...
Yeah, I
whatever
see
it
what you're
was
saying.
that he was moving. Then it picked up.
No, what bothered me about this is that I know it's so little, but they had the wheels spinning, and one wheel was spinning faster than the other, and that really bothered me. But overall, I like this group. I would like to see them in Vegas, even if they don't win this competition. I'd like to see them at least on tour.
Yeah, I could see it. And last but certainly not least, Angelica Hale. She is 10 years old, so she's got a year on Celine. Very, very old. She
So
sang,
much more experience.
Yeah,
and
she sang Without You,
wisdom.
which is like a pop song. And I was actually really surprised to hear her sing such a like poppy radio song. I thought she was really good. I don't think this was necessarily her strongest performance, but I still think that you were able to like hear the control in her voice, and some of those high notes she hit at the end were just spectacular. And
Okay,
like,
Mariah Carey.
yeah, her range really is impressive.
Okay, but is that
for a
because she's
10-year-old.
10 years old?
I don't know. It's possible because like her voice hasn't matured, but regardless, I think she is extremely talented and does have a lot of control for someone her age. And yeah, I don't know. I think that of the two, I felt more connected to her than Celine tonight if I had to put those two against each other, which I think they did on purpose. So
Yeah,
Right.
I
was just
don't
for me.
know. I thought it was. I love me a good R&B or pop cover
Usher.
turned slow, but I just thought it was a really bizarre song to turn into a cover because she really was only able to do the chorus.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you obviously can't. I mean, you could try and turn the rap into a slow.
I wish she
I don't
would have. I
know.
wish she would have covered like Jennifer Hudson or Beyonce or like something that like if she wanted to go the R&B like female, like she could have like taken on like a really powerful, strong like R&B female kind of voice.
Yeah. I don't
She
know.
sang "Without You" by Usher.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yo, yo.
Is that Usher or Jason Derulo?
I think it's
It could be Usher. I don't
No,
know. If it was
I
Jason
get
Derulo.
it. Without you, that would make
it's
sense.
Usher,
It's Usher.
David Guetta featuring
Okay.
Usher.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like it's like a techno-y pop
Right.
radio song.
Yeah.
Right. I
Yeah.
think with her, I feel like at the end with the high notes, she was trying to prove that she was a better singer than Celine. Sorry.
Celine.
Jesus.
Celine.
So
When I
I
hear Celine, I just think of the
Mr.
cat
G.
from Summer Heights High. So if any,
It's a dog.
sorry, a dog. It looks like
Chihuahua.
a cat though, because
Celine.
any dog that's under 10 pounds is a cat.
Pretty much. My dog's under 10.
But yeah, no, that's how I feel that she thinks that. I feel like she was just trying to overpower Celine with those high notes.
Yeah, I agree. So, moving on to our favorite segment called Let's Get the Results. Okay, so based on actually Wayne just spilt some tea. I have to give him some credit. Wayne in the live chat said that Collin, you could actually see him fudge a little bit in his trick, and they edited it on YouTube. And that maybe is a little bit similar to what happened last week with the dollar bill and the coin showing whatever. So I will give you the first result is Collin Cloud is not going, and I actually was surprised at first that he wasn't, but now maybe I'm not because I'm getting some insight from my friend Wayne Good.
Ooh, Wayne and with the dirt.
So I can give you who went through from tonight: Diavolo, the dance group; Kenchi, the singer; Light Balance; Angelica, not Celine.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Did she
Yes.
cry? Did she cry? Someone cry?
Oh my god, you're terrible.
She wants to see crying
But
children.
did she cry?
No, did she?
I don't know if we saw
their
that, to be
tears?
honest. I don't know if we saw the kids crying, but like, I mean, you had to know there were going to be crying children. So our final,
I just had to be entertained.
So for everyone who was asking, Savage Boy 22, I'm just going to read through our top 10 that are our finalists for next week. Okay, so
Wait, the dog people didn't go through?
no, obviously not.
Thank God.
So the ones I told
Sorry.
you just went through.
Okay, it's
Kenchi, I believe Kenchi, Collin were like Kenchi, Collin, and one other one were in the save, and then the judges saved Kenchi. I think it was Diavolo. Maybe they saved Diavolo.
Okay.
I think Diavolo like doesn't pull votes, and now we talked about this, but like maybe they
Yeah.
should. So our final 10, and then we can go through our prediction for who's going to be the winner because at this point that's all we've got left. Okay, so Darcy Lynn Farmer. Just gonna say right now, she's my personal favorite. The ventriloquist kid, 12-year-old. This is a really funny website I'm reading right now where they give you the odds of them winning. It's quite silly. Angelica Hale, she has the best odds of winning right now, according to this random idiot. But she is a singer, 10-year-old, we know. Mandy Harvey, the 29-year-old singer, she's deaf. She's a songwriter, ukuleleist. Chase, the original singer, I think he's a little gingy, guitarist. He got the golden buzzer from DJ Khaled way back in the day. Preacher Lawson, stand-up comedian. Odds aren't great for him to win. This person is saying 66 to 1. That's okay. Light Balance, Light Up Dance Group, Tyra Banks' golden buzzer. Excited to see them. Sarah and Hero, wow, they have horrible odds to win according to this person. 22-year-old girl, 5-year-old dogs. Yeah, she didn't get a golden buzzer, but she's still standing strong. Diavolo, acrobatic dance group, we saw them tonight. Evie Claire, the singer, the one, actually, now that I'm here and thinking about Evie, I wanted to give a shout out to her. I tweeted about it this week, but last week, the day after she made it through to the finals, her dad actually passed away. The one that she was singing for, and yeah, so it's very, very sad. I hope that she's able to perform next week. I'm not sure emotionally if that's like going to be just too heavy for her. I don't know. I was definitely thinking about her this whole week. Sent a tweet out. I believe AfterBuzz tweeted as well. Very sad, thinking of her and her family, because that must be really hard. But I know that her dad would want her to finish it, so I really hope she does. And I'm glad for her that she's a finalist. Like, in darkness, there always is a silver lining, and so I'm hoping that she can connect through music. I'm sure her performance next week is going to be challenging for everyone to watch and for her to do.
I hope she sings a very powerful song.
Yeah.
Especially with that, it's always...
And I think there's something is really special about the fact that her dad up through this point really did get to see her go, and he saw her go all the way to the finals of the show, and like it's something that she'll have forever, their experience together. And then last but not least, Kenchi, the singer, and she's going through again.
What are her odds?
I'm not telling you because they're not nice. This person, I'm telling you, this person is not the smartest writer. Anyway. So those are our finalists, our final 10. Who out of those would you say is your winner?
Between Darcy or Lights.
Darcy or Light Balance? What about you, Tori?
I'm gonna go with Diavolo.
Diavolo?
Yes.
Cool.
This is like an afterthought. I really think if Diavolo changed their name, I would like them better.
No, I actually agree.
Really
And
dislike their name.
they remind me of somewhere between, for those who watch season 9, Acro Army and Cirque du Soleil. Like, they actually are very cool and they tell a story, but like, I can't even pronounce Diavolo.
Yeah.
I don't. What is
know.
it? Is it a word that means something else?
Maybe some hashtag branding tips. Not that I know anything about
There's
that.
some shade being thrown in our live chat right now.
Oh no.
Austin, I have identify with you because he's saying Preacher for the win. Preacher Lawson is freaking hilarious,
Yes.
but not everyone agrees.
I know. I love Preacher, so Austin,
He's hilarious.
I agree with you, but I don't know if he's
Who do you think's gonna win?
I mean, I would
You
love
guys
to
in the
say
live chat, feel
Preacher.
free to throw your thoughts in as well, as you already are. But continue.
My realistic guess is Lights.
Electric. Light balance.
Yeah.
Electric. Maybe they should change their name too. Okay, mine is either Angelica or Darcy is who I think is gonna win. I think Darcy should win because Darcy does something different. She is a singer, a comedian, and a ventriloquist. If you guys didn't watch last
Triple
week's
threat.
performance,
Yeah,
you
she really
absolutely must. She is so funny and so smart, and her characters just keep coming out. Like, Terry Fader won the show as a ventriloquist a long time ago, and he did a little bit of singing, but like mostly just did different characters. That was season 2 though, and like, she is something so unique and different, and we talked about this last week, but like, what 12-year-olds are ventriloquists? Most kids are like taking selfies on their phone. Like, the fact that she is a freaking badass ventriloquist at 12 years old, like, what an inspiration. She needs to be on like Amy Poehler Smart Girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She needs to be on Ellen. I feel like that's
Yes.
On SNL.
Yeah, she's so cool and like such a unique kind of, I don't know, but Nicholas Bishop agrees with me that it should be Darcy. But yeah, that's kind of my thought on the matter. I will definitely tune in to vote for her, and everyone else should as well. Next week is the finale. We're going to be airing on Tuesday next week after the finale, just for some scheduling conflicts. I apologize if that doesn't work with everyone's schedule in the live chat, but please try to tune in. We will be here Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. It will be our last one for this season, but as always, we will be back next season. Where can they find you if they want to continue chatting about these acts this week?
You can find me on Twitter at Anissa Barr.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Tori_Broussard.
And you can find me on Instagram at Liza.Ruben. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
Yeah, you guys can find me everywhere at Dani Golub. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.